Hello and welcome to the MegaMonsterCast. For today, we are talking about episode 20 of Ultraman G'd. I am Nick. With me are Alex and Josh.
Hello.
Hello there.
This is one of the episodes I think of a lot when I think of this show. I think it's really entertaining that we see this fight played over in this episode played over a few times. And I like that it starts so many days in and then goes back to the beginning.
Yeah, the storytelling is interesting in this episode.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah,
This is also their Easter episode.
yep, kind of in a weird way.
Yeah, see, he gets it.
Yep. Yeah, this is the 10 a.m. monster. It was written by Uiko Miura, who also wrote episodes 16 and 19 of Orb. So let's see what was the episode where Naomi is almost killed, and
Oh.
mhm. And what was the other one? And then the bad hotel, the bad samurai ghost one.
Oof.
And yeah, and she wrote several episodes of this show, including 5 partners, 6 so that I can be me, 9 the oath, the sword of an oath, and then this and 2 more episodes in the series. And also wrote what is passed down for Arc, which is the Space Godzilla episode.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, this episode starts with kind of like a hazy filter to everything, and then 10 a.m. clicks, and our monster of the week shows up, and immediately Riku just tries violating this thing by like before it can even like open its mouth, he comes in and clamps its mouth shut. They start fighting. And when he changes form, he switches from primitive to Royal Mega Master and destroys it in one attack. All the
With
while,
his sparkle swing.
yep, one of them. He has 2 this
Mini
episode.
Sparkle.
Yeah,
He has many sparkles.
yeah, yeah. Switches over to Royal Mega Master again. Not like a weird thing, but destroys it in one attack as bystanders are just standing around talking about like their day-to-day lives. Everyone's acting like this is completely normal.
I mean, by
I will
this
say
time,
the headcanon for this moment of these 3 women just talking about their day, they've been standing here for 5 days.
No, they just meet up every day. This is their
this is
chance to
their little
gossip.
brunch.
Yep. And of course Mayu's just sitting there kind of like poking around at shit.
Yeah.
We're children. We're children.
Yep.
God damn. They're too quick on this shit.
And then of course we cut to Riku getting back to the Nebula house, and he's like, "Yeah, this is kind of getting annoying. I've been fighting this
I
thing for
would be if I
5
had to
days.
fight this horrible looking monster.
I kind of love this
Why is
thing.
this like? Why is this whole episode smeared in Vaseline?
It's not all of the episode, but it is a lot of the episode.
Because it's a
It's so much.
flashback.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Um.
didn't have to be.
Also,
That it just made it. It gave me vibes of like we're gonna find out this is all just a simulation, which it kind of in the end is, but it was giving me like the whole like you're asleep in a pod vibes.
Mhm. Which I think that's very intentional. I think like you're supposed to feel like something's weird and off at the start of the episode, and then gradually you learn what's going on.
Yeah.
Also, Josh, how dare you? I love this design. I have fond memories of Ultra 7 ripping its arm off and beating it to death with it.
Yeah, that's the
This is
one
the
good thing, but still the design is garbage.
the design is hot garbage.
I love how
It's
bad it is,
essentially a
though.
giant nutsack with a beak and like metal arms that he can't even bend.
Yep.
And the largest love handles on Earth.
Oh god.
Yep. You're forgetting the part where he has the weirdest looking horns imaginable. It's like fucking two toenails growing out of the side of its head.
What about his kneecaps that literally just come out?
Yes.
Well, I almost expected him to have like reverse kneecaps, like
hmm
like an ostrich or something.
Yeah, but they're not gonna put a fucking suit actor in one of those and try to make him use it.
Want to see it done. I want to see it done.
Yeah.
It would add an extra level of weird to one of the monsters.
hmm how do you like that each time he fights this, there's like a different. Well, each day Riku does like a different thing as G to try to beat it.
He's just trying stuff.
Oh yeah. No, like first day he's like, okay, primitive's not working. I guess I'm gonna switch over to Acro Smasher. The next day it shows it's like, well, fuck. I guess I'm gonna use fucking solid burning now. I gotta figure out some way to beat this thing.
Well, I mean, this thing is pretty much cannon fodder, so might as well try out everything you know
I'm
or don't know.
trying to remember. Does he use Magnificent against this thing too?
Uh,
Because I have
I don't
memories of
know.
that, but I don't actually think it happened. I think I'm just remembering it wrong.
I don't
I don't think it's
think
magnificent. I
Yeah,
think it's just
that's
the
royal.
fire form,
yeah. So I think, yeah, at day 3
which
he
I believe.
immediately starts in Royal Mega Master. I'm kind of disappointed they skipped over Magnificent, but I mean, again, it's my favorite form, so I'm going to. Day
I do love
4.
when he changes into his third form and just literally chucks the thing.
Yep. Like
That
that.
one cut, I'm like, all right. I like it. I still like this form a lot.
hmm
I didn't like the fact that he gets tired of fighting and just sends zero.
Yep. At day 4, he's like, I'm not doing this shit. Can you take
All
over
right,
for a day?
tag in, brother.
Yep. I did this 3 days in a row. I think I'm the problem. You fight him this time. Goes and takes a nap.
We're gonna
Uh,
call it an experiment.
yep. I also love that they try to bring in chunks of the monster to the AIB, and when Moa brings it in, the chunks are now a liquid, and then it
Okay.
turns into a
The
gas.
it's the fact that they here in a bit after the zero kills it,
hmm
the town is just covered in this blooge.
hmm
The set designer went nuts on this.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
How do you like the like semi subtle? It's not very subtle, but it's as subtle as it can be. Like each time we see Mayu, we see her like messing around with the pieces and taking them,
Yeah.
and like that's set up in the first, like on day 5, which is the first day we see, where she's like looking around while her mom is talking, and she
Just
like
like
acts like she's getting something right when it cuts off.
well, before I knew about the chunks, I thought like, oh, she's the problem.
Mhm.
She's somehow making the monster.
That
Until they
wouldn't.
explicitly say there's no little star involved.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I totally see where you're coming from on that, because like that was one of the things I thought of when I first watched this episode. I also thought that maybe it was a dream episode and a few other things just because of the way it's shot. But it isn't until day 4 that they start to like clear off the filter.
The
Like on day
splooge.
4, it looks like relatively normal. There's like a little bit of it still, but not much. Yeah. So they try to collect samples and they always melt. And we eventually get what they need to do to keep it safe, but not until day 5. Well, the end of day 5. And now we're back in real time.
I'm just
Thank
saying,
goodness.
if freaking what's his name wanted to cause any kind of chaos,
Now would have been the time.
it would have been the perfect time.
Yeah, that's fair. But at this point, he has a very specific goal himself going forward. Because he's
Well, his
mentioned it a couple
goal,
times now, and I think this is the first time it's like really heavily pointed out. This is getting like way ahead, but so this episode we also learned that Fukuita K has a very specific goal to try to further his domination. That he wants the Alien Empera and Dark Lugiel capsules.
my favorite Pokemon from DX,
Yep.
Dark Lugia.
Yeah, these 2 capsules are specifically the ones he's after, and the AIB already has them. Which again, as I mentioned
I
last time,
smell a heist.
yep. Oh yeah, just wait. But as I mentioned last time, those are specifically important because they're the main show villains of the Ultraman before Belial was introduced and immediately after Belial was introduced. So they are like bookend characters for him. They're also
Significant.
yeah, they're also like super powerful too, but that's besides the point. It's also the meta test.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyway, getting back to the plot,
And
Riku
Riku gets
has
assaulted by an old woman.
yes, the old woman is the true threat of the episode. She's the
His
one.
skin is so smooth. Oh
Yep.
She was so thirsty.
my god.
Did you just say like cod?
What?
I thought you said like cod, like his skin was like cod. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
No.
All right.
I said, oh god.
All right. Makes a lot more sense. I misheard that one. I was like, what the why are we
You
comparing
know
Riku's
what?
skin to cod?
Subtitles. Make sure I put down COD.
Yes.
Yeah, Josh, put the cod down. Stop stroking your cod.
I will COD my COD whatever I COD I feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Whoa.
This is also this episode's also the return of Riku being concerned about if people like him or not. We haven't had that in a while, and this is like bringing that back up a little bit.
Insecurities play a big part of this show.
Yep.
I mean, a little bit, but he is listening to a news broadcast where the broadcaster's basically like, and people think he fucking sucks. He hadn't done anything yet. Why
Yeah.
hasn't he solved this problem? Like you'd feel
Oh, I'd feel so
insecure at
attacked.
that moment. Yeah, absolutely. Like that was
He just
unprovoked.
Yep.
marches his way down to the news station, be like, well, you know what?
You listen here.
Yep. You try doing this. It's way tougher than you think.
I don't see you fighting any monsters today.
Are you saying you're Ultraman?
Well, about that.
Oh my god, call the police, vigilante.
Contain this.
They just
Yep.
arrest Heed for being a vigilante.
Yeah, that's how the show ends.
He rots in prison for the rest of his life. He becomes Belial through osmosis.
Yep, he's his new Belial. God. Yeah, no, that would have been fucking great. And I'm sure, legitimately, I think what you just described is in other shows I have watched. Anyway, though, so after the whole thirsty old women thing, we find out Mayu's been collecting the pieces of the monster and putting them in the fucking ice tray in the freezer.
Okay, can I just say I've never felt more seen in my life than that right there. My mother has stories of me as a child, like when I discovered the transition between liquid and solid, I had to fuck with everything.
Yep.
She would find the randomest shit in the freezer. Ah, good times. Good times.
Lemonade cubes.
Yep.
It wasn't
Oh,
lemonade. It was piss.
it was never piss.
That you know of.
Yeah, that she's told you.
No, I was there. It
She's
was not piss.
she's keeping that one a secret.
Okay, yeah, you just gotta tell my spouse one day.
Yeah.
Back in my day, your father pissed in the ice cubes.
Sounds so awful when you put it that way.
Yeah, yeah. So they've decided they're gonna try to beat this thing by freezing it. And Riku's like, "Well, do I fly to Antarctica or what?" And Rem's like, "No, you're a fucking idiot. That would take too long."
She puts it a little bit nicer than that, but that's the general sentiment, yeah.
Yep. So then Liha comes up with the idea of, well, why don't we just blow it up and then freeze all the pieces? Well, Liha and fucking Leto together come up with that idea more or less.
Like, how can you guarantee that you picked up all the pieces? You'd never know.
Uh, so I've heard someone else make this joke. I don't remember where I heard it, but this is a solid joke of it should have been the next day, like at the end of the episode where 10 happens and nothing happens. Instead, there should have been one that was like the size
This
of like
big.
yeah, like a fucking like corgi sized one.
Uh,
Oh my god, what a missed opportunity.
Yep.
Can we Oh my god, that would have made this entire episode for me.
It would have been a really great choice. I
Just
wish
pick
they
the
would
little
have gone
bastard up and put it in the fridge.
there. Yep, yep. It would have been a great choice. I wish they would have gone there.
Oh, that would have been adorable and cruel all at the same time.
Yep.
Damn.
But yeah, so
Send Leto to do it. Send Leto to do it too, just for the giggles.
yep. Uh, okay. Just it's not even Zero Zero doesn't even
No,
transform.
it's just
He takes off the
Leto.
he takes off the glasses and he's like, "Oh,
doesn't slap, but he does like the thumb squish, like.
yep." Would have been fucking great. I wish. I wish. But anyway, instead they have like a news broadcast. They tell all the citizens to pick up the pieces and that it's not going to cause any like harm to humans to pick up the pieces, which I love that like the citizens just accept it completely because
Yeah, I
boy
know.
howdy.
This
They're
was
like,
my first thought when I saw that was, wow, this is not America.
Yeah, yeah, no, I saw that too. I didn't remember that part, but like watching it now, especially in the climate we have right now, I'm like, oh wow, yeah, these people just trust the government.
Yeah, I know. Like the government, the news anchor could have literally gone, "We're the government, trust us,"
Yep.
and all the Americans would have been like, "Oh, red flag."
Yep. Uh,
I just thought they all got sick of Jean's shit of her, not taking care of this mess.
it's probably a
It's
little bit of
something
that.
to do. It's a living.
I'll do it
Yeah.
ourselves.
Show yourself. Show G that you're better than him. Pick up after him.
Mhm.
Also, don't they offer all the citizens a new fridge?
Yes.
Did
Yes,
they
in
do
order,
that?
I would fucking take like I'm gonna be honest, if they
That's
offered me a
it's
new fridge,
that is insane. This is so not America. You're not
They
getting.
essentially stole the plot from the Blob.
You're
yeah,
not getting a
Release of the
new government
monster.
fridge.
still would have been
God
fucking.
Almighty.
I mean, again, I would have fucking
It would
taken
have been
that
one
if
of the
they had.
cheapest ones from Menards.
Yep.
Yeah. Feel like I've got two fridges.
This is another episode where at point. So I'm gonna keep bringing this up. I love Royal Mega Master. There's points where it looks good and points where it looks bad. And we had more good than bad this episode, but there were a few shots that were like not great looking.
It's for me, it's either the angle at which they
Mhm.
shoot the face
Yep.
Yeah.
or the cape being manipulated with 90s level CG.
Yep.
I'm
I
fine
agree.
with the CG. It's the straight on face look that's bothersome.
Yeah,
Where he
it's
where
a
he
little
looks
too.
vaguely like he has gills and he's a fish.
Yep. Yeah, if you see him like
Oh fuck,
front
you're right.
on, or even like if he's not turned quite enough, like if it's most, it has to be like a 3/4 or more turned in order to make it look okay. If you get too much of both sides of his face, it becomes a problem. But other than that,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm getting used to it, so it's not as bad, but
mhm,
yeah, that front on shot, something about the helmet just makes him look like he should be like
yep. Also, how do you like that everyone's
Ah.
picking up the pieces like they're fucking dog shits?
I I literally was like, this kind of contrasts the idea that the news person said that they were safe to be in human contact. That like, this is some dog shit energy. I thought that and I also thought it was vaguely sexist that the housewives are using ladles.
I think you see a guy use a ladle too at one point. I could be wrong.
Oh, do we? I don't remember that. I thought it was just the housewives.
I mean, you're probably
At least
right.
they weren't just picking it up with chopsticks. That would have been way more racist.
All right. Yep.
I feel like I'm okay with a culture lampooning itself.
hmm
That was just men lampooning women.
Uh, yeah. So we got that moment at the end where Riku's relieved that he doesn't have to
No,
fight the
it's just the
monster.
3 housewives that we've been with that use the
I
Okay.
knew
ladles.
it.
All right.
I knew
Even
it.
better. Even
They
better.
all they had to do is give one dude a ladle. It would have been fine.
Yeah.
Nope, it's just our three housewives
Uh,
from the beginning.
what would housewives have? Not they wouldn't have bags like the rest of the society. They've just come from a kitchen where they belong. Give them
But hey,
kitchen utilities. What are
at
you
least
talking
they
about?
at least they put them in a Yeti.
Yeah.
In a Yeti? Was it in a Yeti?
Pretty sure one of the coolers was a Yeti.
Yep. They had a bunch of
This
different
is
types
your
of stuff.
product
Yeah.
placement for this week.
Yep. But yeah, then we get Fukuita K at the end being like, "All right, I've got everything. I'm gonna get everything I want. Now I've got this capsule. I just want the other capsule
Yeah,
that
and
I
I know
Just
all
a
of his
nice
moves with the Royal Master.
Yep, I'm gonna study his fighting style. Turns out he's just winging it.
Turns out he is just an idiot.
That level of research just to find out that you're fighting an idiot is just, I love that.
Yep.
Good.
Just he's a fucking idiot.
Just like, oh, you're just stupid.
Yep. It's like how Taskmaster in Marvel doesn't study Moon Knight's fighting style because it drives him fucking crazy.
He has the same relationship with Deadpool.
Yep. He just can't fucking do it, so he doesn't even try. He doesn't bother anymore.
Like, you're clinically insane and have no pattern. I
Yep.
get it now. I get that I don't get it.
Yeah. I'm just not gonna be able to do this. All right. I guess.
It's like,
Ugh.
oh dear God.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 no.
Uh, so yeah, that was the episode. I really enjoyed this episode. I do wish they would have had like the mini gear on at the end, but I also get it, you know?
Kieran, please.
It would have been so good, right?
Oh God, my head canon. That's always been there.
hmm
This is
Also,
an edited version.
Josh, did you watch the end where you get to see the actual Godzilla Belial?
Yeah.
See, that's the one I thought you were talking about when you brought him up the first time,
No.
because that's just straight up a Godzilla Belial.
God, I always forget to watch the fucking end credits.
I mean, it's not that important most of the time with this one.
Yeah, no, this was way cooler actually.
Yeah, it's so good, right? It's from the second. It's from the first Ultraman Zero movie, but the second one, the second movie that Belial came in, because they were both introduced in like a side movie. Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty. That is a much better design than the last Belial design we got.
The Camaribus
Our
one. You can tell this
Yeah,
was made for a movie. This was made for a theatrical movie. You
this
can
had
tell.
money.
Yep. Yeah, that was our episode. Next time we're gonna get an episode that I think Josh has been waiting on.
Why is
Anyway,
that?
we get our Pega episode next time.
Hell yeah, we
Oh
do.
snap!
Yep.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Again, I really love this episode. What did you guys think of it?
It was fun. It would have been better if we had never discussed Minikiron.
Yeah. Kind of makes it like a little bit worse that it
A
didn't
little bit
happen.
lower. A
Yep.
little bit lower. No, but it was fun.
Mhm. All right. Any final thoughts before we call this one?
Oh god, I can't wait for Pega.
Well, you don't need to wait much longer.
Yep. All right. Well then, tune in next time where we find out about Pega's wild adventure. Bye bye.